Hey, KP here, and I've been wanting and trying to make this video for almost a year now, and I'm finally committing to it. OCs, original characters. I have a lot of them, and I mean a lot of them. I just love making and playing out their stories in my head and hoping to someday finally share those stories to the public. Which I am currently working on one of those stories in a comic form, so here's to hoping that that comes out pretty soon. But this video isn't about that. It's so I have an excuse to just share a few of my characters to you. The character introductions in this video will be short, some shorter than others. I will also show their family trees, which you'll get to see slowly grow as we progress through this series of videos. Lastly, before we begin, some of the drawings were made a year ago, so that means the art style and details may be a little inconsistent and may not reflect my current style or skill level. Let's dive into this huge pile of OCs. Firstly, Queen Elazarine of Srythe. She is, you guessed it, a Srythe. She is very standoffish and holds herself on a higher pedestal than her many younger siblings. She also faces a lot of criticism and hate for her choices in partner, as well as many of her subjects wishing one of the other royal children got the throne after their parents' murder. This is my sweet boy, Anolas. He is a digital lizard. He is a timid guy sent on an important task to warn the neighboring towns and cities of a looming threat that is fast approaching. Also, fun fact, he is in the comic that I am currently developing right now. Aurora Storey. She is a human and a mom, and there isn't much to say. She is known for her warm presence. Blair Pifrost, the child of Prince Bob Pe of City of Cry, his wife Yaya Frost. Blair is a human and one of a set of twins. She is more sociable than her sister and makes sure she looks her best for all occasions. The amazingly talented singer Bluebell Baker is a human descendant of the royal family of Cry Pe. And then we have our first Oasin in the video. This is Calamity. She is a reaper. She used to work in a traveling entertainment troupe as an acrobat clown. She ended up catching the eye of the princess, Queen Theodora Pe, and falls in love, choosing to move in with her wife and Cry and help raise Theodora's 2 kids. Oasis is the name of the continent that most of my characters live on, and most of my stories take place here. There is so much happening there, and so many different kinds of people and characters living there. You may have noticed me using strange words like Srythe or Digimal. These are just 2 of the very many races, species of Oasis, and if you'd like to learn more about the races and species of my videos and my stories, let me know in the comments. That way I can start making a video on that. Cassie Fish. She's a Srythe. She's very sweet and loves to make sweet things to eat for her friends at the Land Srythe School. Colora Coral is another Srythe. She spends most of her time in the water and reefs around Srythe. Because she spends so much time in the water, morphing to be able to walk on land takes a lot more energy than some of the other Srythe who live in the water might use. Citrus is an Oasin mix that moves to the city of Cry to find herself and joins the Guardian Force, where she has to prove herself. Dissy Jimmy is another Oasin mix, who is mostly a background character right now and was made in my 9th grade art class during free time as just a small fun fact. This little cutie is named Donut, and he's the son of another character that you'll see later on in this very video. He is one of the many characters that I've made with the help of my partner. Emma Lavender is a human Srythe mix with a passion and skill in dancing. She is convinced to join the school dance team by her very best friend. Let's take a small break to advertise my commissions. Do you have a character of your own? Do you need a small reference of that character? Do you like my art? Then you might be interested in commissioning me for a simple character reference. They are just $30 for one and $25 for each additional one that you get. Link to my Ko-fi is in the description. Okay, we can get back into the video. Ether Dark is a human and one of a set of triplets. Ether is known for their outgoing and adventurous attitude. Yay, we have our first Alinor. This is Forthsia. She is a young Alinor. She enjoys playing with her pet frog Plum and 2 of her older siblings, Fern and Frond. Although keep in mind, Alinor family structure is different than ours, and they may not even have the same mother. Ghost is another Alinor. Her specialty is feather styler. She helps her sister's feathers look their best, as well as helping her younger sisters take care of their own feathers. And this beauty is Glow. She is also an Alinor and a scout. Her job is to keep her sisters protected and taken care of. Alinor are one of my original species, and they live very different lives than most Oasins. If you'd like to learn more about them, you should definitely let me know in the comments so that I can make a video about them too. Now we have Holter Witch, a human from a very well-known witch family. Holter lost his arm during one of the very early fairy hunts, but nowadays the process is much less dangerous. It's still dangerous, but not as much. Jason Riker is a very clear space explorer like Star Trek or Orville inspired character, and his story is still very much under work in progress, but I can tell you that he'd be the captain of the very first of its kind starship, the Kaleidoscope. And this is my LPS Fursona mascot, Kitty. She would be a Digimal if placed in any of my stories as a background character. This character is named Latori, and she is a Trakin Oasin. She is a background character in my story Deep Woods, which is undergoing a rewrite right now. This is Maple Biote, and she is a Srythe Oasin mix. Her mother is one of the very many royal Srythe siblings. She is one of a set of twins and the niece of Queen Elazrine. Oakley Paisley is a human sex mix and talent agent for his wife Bluebell. His wife's popularity has given him a snobby better than you attitude. Ollie Lee is a human Srythe mix. His mother is one of the very many royal Srythe siblings, and he is one of a set of triplets. Ollie has mostly human traits, his hair being the only indicator he has any Srythe in him at all. Also, he had a redesign recently, so this art is a fresher one. This stylish character is named Onyx Mills. They are well known for their makeup looks and tutorial that they post to the whole of Oasis. They also have a very pretty vampire girlfriend named Nixie. Oriole Gold, a Digimal of high standing and a caring father. He is the parent of the protagonist of one of my many work-in-progress series, Separate Colors. He isn't very up-to-date with all the trends, but he still tries to engage with his daughter, even if all he's really doing is embarrassing her in front of her friends. Taking another small break to tell you about my Ko-fi. I have so many projects going on, and one of them is called Shadows. Might change the name later. If you want exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks and insights, you can join my $1 tier membership. You'll also get to see whip animations and behind the scenes of my ClanGen projects, which I know a lot of you are here for. I also plan to have limited time discount codes for tier members. If all that interests you, link is in the description. This character honestly needs a revamp pretty badly, so she'll need a new name and design, and we'll revisit her in a later video. Ritzy. She's Donut's mom. She is created with the help of my partner and was made to be a motherly mentor type to the other characters in an undisclosed project. A lawyer and family man. My guy, Shane Baker. He is a human who is also just so happened to be married to a once very famous ice skater. His daughters are also pretty famous as well, one of which being Bluebell Baker from earlier on in this video. Tinza Dark is one of the many descendants and family members of the Tranquil family. She used to work in the correction office in Cry. That was until she was caught having an affair with one of the criminals. How scandalous. This ruined her marriage and family's reputation. Trinket is a very large, beautiful creature. She is much larger than the other aquatics that you'll see swimming around Oasis. She was designed with the help of my partner. This is Valentina Carter. She's a human with a blessed gift, which makes her required to join the task group Guardian. But she takes great pride in the work that she does in Guardian. But maybe she pushes her son a little bit too hard in Guardian despite his seeming lack of blessed gifts. Okay, this is going to be our last introduction in this video. I just wanted to quickly thank you for getting this far and to ask you if there were any world building or any other things on my OC-verse that you'd like me to talk about and make my own video about. Okie dokie, we can get back into it. Vyrora Fisk is a Srythe who prefers to live in aquatic form, but is willing to morph on a short notice for her daughter, Cassie, if a last-minute parent-teacher conference pops up. This dinosaur's name is Yeet, and that's all to her, really. One of the Tranquil royals, Zer Tranquil is very well known for his beauty and blessed gift of fire. He is mostly human and one of the very first expected to work in Guardian just because of his blessed gift. Esqueda is the 13th royal Srythe sibling and the youngest, cast out at a young age due to her being a threat to the throne of her older sister. Zexa is our first and only full-blooded sexist on the list. She's a sext, to be specific, and uses her extra set of arms to help those around her, where she lives, to communicate. One of the many cities in Oasis is called Tassie. They are the leads in void research and treatment, which is mostly thanks to Zion Flames, and his out-of-the-box thinking and love for science. He has been able to make great progress for all of Oasis. Wow, that was the last one. I really hope this video does well as an incentive for me to get the next one done a little bit faster. Still going to make it nonetheless. I really can't tell you how excited I am to share all my characters and their stories. And we've only scratched the surface. I have such a long way to go. Let me know that you enjoyed the video by leaving a comment, a like, and subscribing if you aren't already. If you want to be notified the next time that I post, you can hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button, and I'll be back with a new video very soon. See you next time. Goodbye!